Today on DNVR Buffs Live, as you can see, we got Ben Finneseth. Without further ado, let's dive right in.
Let's go. He really was.
Foundation.
Let's go.
Squad. Coming to you live from the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. It's DNVR Buffs Live. And we got the man, everyone's favorite player, Ben Finneseth on the show. Thanks for coming down, brother.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I don't know. Where do we start with Ben? There's
here.
a lot to get into.
This is what I sent Ben on Instagram. I said, we're trying to get a YC on the show this week.
That's what I texted Cam before he sent me, and he was like, you going on the show? I was like, yeah. They texted me and said, we want the YC on.
Oh, my God.
He thought it was hilarious.
It was only right.
You said that people were saying that to you last night?
That was the first time I went out all season, and it was kind of crazy. Like all the people that I'd walk by, they'd be like, YC. I'd be like, yo. Like, people were telling me to dress up as a YC for Halloween. I was like, I don't know how to do that, so I'm just gonna be myself.
You needed the white shiesty mask.
I have one too. That's what I was like,
Bro, you got
just
it.
wear all white fit instead, but yeah, nah, it was cool. So
I feel like it's even crazy just the fact that there'll be like a meme on the internet that's then circulating back into like the students that's then getting back to you in real life.
Yeah.
Like that's just so different from how things were a couple of years ago.
right, no, it's very different, most definitely. It's super cool, but yeah, no, it's even walking around in the engineering building tonight. It's it's different because that's a very different lifestyle in the engineering building.
I'm sure.
Not a lot of sports fans in there, and even a lot of my engineering friends, they'll start calling me YC. So that part was cool too.
That's a slight flex, by the way, that you're walking around the engineering building.
For
Biomedical
real.
engineering, is that what we're working with?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How did that come about?
To be honest with you, growing up, I always liked building things, so I was always just building random stuff, and I was always super interested in how the body works. So my senior year, I started Googling what the heck do I study when I go to college? And so I knew I wanted to be engineering, but I didn't know what kind. So I was just Googling surveys, and I was just typing stuff based off my interest, and all of them narrowed it down to biomedical engineering. So I was like,
Bro
all
picked
right,
the hardest one.
I'll give it a
I
shot.
know, for real.
Well, it sounds cool. That sounds smart. So I was like, whatever.
That's dope.
So yeah.
How do you do that? Balancing football, social life, family, and then you're going for a biomedical engineering degree.
It's tough. Yeah, my parents, I don't talk to them much on the phone. They know I'm taking care of my stuff, getting the job done. So, they don't call me too often. I don't call them too often, unless I need something or they need something. And yeah, a lot of time management, a lot of help from other people and teachers. I spend a lot of time talking to the teachers, getting help, and same with my classmates. And yeah, the YouTube stuff. My sister, she's had to take over a lot of that stuff. So that's she's helped me out a lot in that realm.
You're crushing it though, bro.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Go crazy, bro. I wanted to talk a little bit about last week's game, right?
Yeah.
I want to open the kickoff, bro.
Oh, let's go.
Correct me if I'm wrong, bro, but didn't you take somebody's head off on the opening kickoff, bro?
I knew this was gonna come.
Let's go.
I wish the TV copy got that, because then the video really probably would have blown
Same,
up.
bro. And even the YC video, I'm like, they didn't even put bro best play
They
of the
don't
game
see. That's
in
the
there.
thing. I'd be
real.
talking so much smack during the games.
Yeah.
And they don't even get the bulk of it. And if they heard it, they'd be like, Whoa.
Hey, you go viral like Shiloh.
Yeah, they'd be like, this kid's got some issues. But yeah, no, that first kickoff, I just wanted to. I had to let them know what kind of game it was going to be.
God.
They moved me actually. So Herman Smith, one of our safeties.
Yeah.
So he was actually. He had something happening. I don't know if I can go into the details, but he's a tough kid. I love that kid. But he was in the hospital the night before.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was battling through some stuff. So we had to make some changes that night in the hotel.
Wow.
On all the special teams and defensively also. And so they actually moved me to the 5 instead of the 4 where I'm usually at backside. And so I was like, well, shoot. This is a different spot for me. I've never practiced this spot, so I'm just going to run out and kill him. So that's what I did. And so I ran down and put him in the earth and then tripped over his gravestone. So
And then you pointed at him.
I turned around. I had to point at him. I said, yeah. But and then after that, I told the ref, I said, you guys are going to laugh at this one. I told the ref, I said, hey, just so you know, 14 on the kickoff return team can't block me. So if the kickoff returner brings it out of the end zone and someone else makes a tackle, just throw the flag because he held me. That's all it means. So
I'm dead.
Yeah, he thought it was hilarious.
I had to let him know, bro. I'm not gonna lie, G. I'm sitting up in the press box, bro. When I seen you fly down and open the kick, I'm like, oh yeah, ain't no way they're losing this game.
Oh no,
ain't no way. And then I think first, second place from scrimmage, Levante Bentley laid a wood pause on they ball carrier 1 or 2 plays in. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be one of those nights for sure. But how? Just talking about you flying down on kickoff, bro. How fun, cool is it to be able to be like a tone setter, kind of in that regard? Because that stuff matters, bro. These kickoff teams, these kickoff returns, that stuff really matters. How cool is that?
Oh, I love it. I've last year I had a lot of stuff going on. I wasn't the kind of person that I needed to be. I wasn't the teammate I needed to be. So I didn't take pride in it. And my play showed, and then I got hurt the rest of the season because of it. And I think it was a sign that I need to fix some things. But this year I've taken the role that I have as a special teams leader seriously. And even I'm still learning how to step into the leadership role. Sometimes it's hard to see yourself as a leader, as a walk-on, and so I think that part has also helped me. I've had to figure some stuff out along the way, but I take a lot of pride in it now. And that's the thing is, first play of the game, I get to come out and set the tone on kickoff.
Facts.
Whether they bring it out of the end zone or they don't. So either way, I know everyone is watching me to see what I do on kickoff because
definitely
I'm an idiot. So and I look like a crash out. But it's I've taken a lot of pride in it. I just try to bite someone's head off. So that's what I do.
That's like what special teams is all about, though. Like bringing the energy and taking pride in it, and I even think back to the early 2000s during I guess CU's last glory era, and Eric Bieniemy, I remember being on the sidelines just riling up the special teams units, just getting in their faces, pushing them and shoving them when he was a coach, and they would run out there with so much energy and they were great. I feel like you got to have people on that unit who are just this is I'm about to go crazy on this play.
No, most definitely you do. And I think I've started to figure that out. It's taken me a while to figure that out, how important that really is. But, we got, before kickoff, opening kickoff or kickoff return, whichever one it is, we got the strength coaches out there with the ammonia-smelling salts. He's sitting there getting an inhale one of those. I'd be lightheaded after. I'd be damn near trying to feed it to us. But it's, so that gets me going. And, so I just, I've taken a lot of pride in it, and I like to go down and, like Travis says, go embarrass someone. So it's the mentality you have to have. So you're right. It really is a mentality at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, do you want to beat the person in front of you? Or do you want to get beat? So yeah, it's a choice.
I feel like a lot of I don't know, a lot of people would wish we would be better at kicking it out of the end zone. I feel like for you though, you're this means I get to go hit somebody.
Yeah, it's I've had some back and forth battles with that. It's sometimes you get to that 9th rep of kickoff, and they're still bringing it out, and it's oh my goodness. But no, I've learned to like it. Sometimes it's can we just kick it out? But yeah, it's the time I get to make stats and go make tackles, so I like it, and I'm enjoying it. So it's whatever.
There we go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I want to get into your time at CU, but the Buffs are bowl eligible right now.
We are. It's a great feeling.
What was the party in the locker room like, and just the feeling as a Colorado kid, knowing that you're on a Colorado football team that's bowl eligible?
It's it's been a long time coming. Oh my goodness. But yeah, the turnaround has been insane, and it was really great. I think knowing that, sealing the fact that we're bowl eligible it's really brought us together, to be honest. And I think we're just now trying to, we're just now starting to click as a team and figure out what we can be, because we can truly win out the rest of the season. And I think if we would have come out with a better mentality with the 2 games that we didn't finish, we could very well be, undefeated. And so that's, it's a great feeling knowing that we're bowl eligible. I think my bowling form is absurd right now because I've done the pose so many times this week. But yeah, it's a great feeling, and we've come a long way, and so it's super cool to know what we're about to do. So yeah,
that's dope, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of pundits, bro, in the national media have a lot to say, a lot of opinions on Coach Prime, right? Your head coach.
Yeah.
From your perspective, from somebody who was on that 1-11 team before Coach Prime arrived in Boulder, what's it like playing for Deion Sanders?
Jeez, what's it like? Well, every day I get the opportunity to be coached by the best in my position. Not necessarily my position, but DB in general.
Right.
So, I try to take in as much knowledge as I can. Obviously, he spends a lot more time with the corners than he does with the safeties.
Sure.
But it's awesome. Being able to play for a guy who was the best at this position, it's a great honor. And, especially like because I'm white too, like that part's cool too. So, there's not a lot of us. So I take pride in that also. But yeah, it's I love Coach Prime, and he doesn't act like a head coach, to be honest with you. He really places himself at like the player level. That's, I think, is a huge difference, is we all eat together in the dining halls. I've eaten lots of meals just one-on-one with Coach Prime. We just talk about life and have gotten to know each other. And so I think the way that he's bought into the players, and especially not just, the names that everyone sees, Shador, Shiloh, Travis, all those guys, like it's walk-ons. It's people that you probably never heard their name of before. And he's sitting down eating one-on-one, with sitting with all these guys that you probably haven't heard much of. So he's a great guy from behind the camera that you guys don't even see, and so that's the part that I really love about him as a man. So
definitely,
yeah.
I feel like this is something we end up asking everyone who comes on the show, though. But with that in mind, like, does it bother you when you see kind of like the false narratives that come out about him or this program, just about him only caring about a couple players? Or like, we pulled a receipt the other day that was like, Deion Sanders is a personal coach for Travis and Shador and doesn't care about anyone else on the roster. Like,
personal coach for Shador, he didn't play quarterback. I don't know how that would work. But yeah, no, it's extremely wrong. It's what you see on Instagram is the main guys, which is Trav and they deserve it. Those are the guys that deserve to be the front of the program. And so you usually see only the interactions with those guys. What you don't see is behind the camera, he interacts just as much with the rest of us. And so that's the thing that people don't understand. All they think is, he's only here for his sons and woo whatever, It's not true at all. Like I have a fantastic relationship with Coach Prime. I know him on a super personal level. He knows me on a super personal level. And so, yeah, no, he does not spend all that. He spends most of the time with the corners, obviously, because he's coaching the corners. But, he's not just with a few specific players. So, yeah, no, that's a false narrative. Extremely false. So.
Yeah, we hear that every time, too.
Yeah, no, I figured.
It's crazy, man. I mean, it really, like, this offseason in general, though, was wild. Just the stuff that was being thrown around about you guys.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, I can only imagine, like, how angry it made you guys, because it made us angry. Like, we talk about it every day, and we're up there, and we get to interact with you guys and the coaches, and it's just crazy how it couldn't be further from the truth, really.
Oh, it's insane. And, nowadays with AI and stuff, you can make stuff look pretty real with what people are saying, and it's like, I can't even believe the things that people write about and see sometimes. Like, one time, we used to do this thing. You guys are going to laugh at this. Oh, my goodness. So last season, like every morning, me me, Cam, JB, and Trevor, we usually sit together. We're usually the first ones there every morning, and Charlie. And so Bucky would do this thing. He'd come video, so we do a word of the day. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it.
That was going to be my first question to the second segment is give us a word of the day.
Oh, yeah. That was a great question. I'll come up with that later. But, no, so every once in a while, Bucky will still do it. And he came one morning and did it. And we were watching the TV, and it was talking about Caitlin Clark and the fever. And so my word of the day was fever. And then I said, like, shout out Caitlin Clark, like, call me, like, as a joke. Like, I'm a great guy. I have the best intentions. Like, and for some reason, it like, people wrote, like, a bunch of articles about it and talking about, like, shooting a shot at Caitlin Clark. And, what about her boyfriend? Like,
Bro, no way.
I was like, are you kidding me? Like people take this so serious. Like, it's a joke. Like, if you knew me, they'd be like, oh, yeah, that's definitely, like, he just saying it. But other people, they're like, oh my goodness, like, look at this, look what he's doing.
At the same time, that's how Travis Kelce pulled Taylor Swift.
Exactly. So you never know.
You never know.
Put up shots, you never know what might go in.
That's wild.
Yeah.
All right, let's take our first break. First shout out though, actually, Nikhil Webb Walker.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
We'll ask you about him, but he's got a GoFundMe up right now. We retweeted it. I retweeted on my page. It's retweeted on Buffs. I think you retweeted it.
Yep.
So go check it out. Support our guy.
I want to give an update on that, though, because he posted that at 9 a.m. this morning. And the original goal was 10K.
Yep.
I think when I saw it around that time, it was at like $880.
Yep.
I think that's where you're going. $800.
What time did he post it?
9 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw it at 9 a.m. I think he posted at like 8:53. It had like under $1,000.
Yep.
And the original goal was 10K. That was passed before 1 p.m.
Wow.
Awesome.
The goal was updated to 15K. What we're at currently, 17,655.
Hats off to Buff
So
Nation, man.
great
Holy
job,
crap,
Buff Nation. But run it up. Run it up.
Keep going.
Yep.
All right. Shout
going.
out to our friends over at Game Time. The homies, wherever you are in the country, there's everything going on right now. College football, NFL, NBA, NHL, and tons of other stuff, concerts and events. Hit up Game Time to get your tickets. Use Game Time Picks to see the view from your seat, find the best deals, and all that good stuff. Download the app, create an account, use the promo code BUFFS, BUFFS, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code BUFFS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it?
Game time.
Game time.
Also, shout out to Circle K. You guys know what's up. You want some snacks. You want some gas. You want some those for reals. You ever have those? They're like, there's like this little ice cream thing that you put it in the machine and it comes out and it's like a milkshake.
Oh.
Yeah. They got those at Circle K too. They got it all. And the best part is you can join the Inner Circle Rewards program and get discounts on all of that stuff. One of my boys hit me up recently and was like, what's that thing you guys have? Because I just moved to a new place and the closest gas station to me is a Circle K.
Hell
so
yeah.
I hooked him up. He got in on the Inner Circle and now he's getting a discount on gas. Every time he fills up, you guys can do it too. Just scan the QR code right there on the screen to join the Inner Circle.
All right, back here with Ben Finneseth.
Word of the day.
Yeah, word of the day. What's the word of the day?
Word of the day. Fantastic.
Let's go.
We'll just say that. I was going to say something else, but I can't say that. So we'll just go with fantastic.
All right.
So
We'll get the secondary word of the day after the show.
Nikhil Webb Walker, just when that happened, you know, and that announcement came through in front of the team, just what was the reaction like? What was going through your mind once you learned about that?
Health is important to me. My mom went through something similar a few years ago, and I was trying not to tear up for him. I love my teammates, and something like that hits you different when you care about people a lot. So Nikhil's been a great guy for, you know, ever since he got here this summer, and maybe spring. Oh, I lost track. We've had a lot of transfers. But, yeah, so it's especially because I'm going to be in the medical field. You know, it's tough and it hits you hard. But he's a strong kid, and I know that he'll fight through it. And it's the rest of the season's for him. So, you know, I wrote on my wrist for Nikhil, flip the MF switch. I write for a teammate on my wrist every single week. Just gives me a why other than myself. You know, I can't play this game selfishly, or I don't play good. So I wrote his name on my wrist, and I had a great game. So shout out to him for that. It's from a higher power. So it's not from, it's not just by chance. So
love it, man.
Yeah.
I loved the way you guys rallied around him, man. And, obviously Coach Prime bringing him up in the middle, but like even, Cam, after he got his sack, threw up the dub, Sub Walker.
Yeah.
It was just really cool to see that. And you can tell it means a lot to him.
Yep. No, it's he's worked his butt off for us since he got here. And he's been out for the last few weeks. And to be honest, I didn't know why either. I thought he was injured. And so it's when you hear something like that, it touches you different, especially when you hear about, you guys don't hear everything that goes on behind the scenes, but he said, I'm hurting right now. And that when you got someone that's going through that kind of pain, it strikes a nerve in you that you have to do something bigger. So, it's everything's for him now. So it's good.
It's been impressive how you guys have rallied around him, though, man.
It's been great. He needs it, and to be honest, we need it. So yeah.
No doubt. We definitely praying for Nikhil, no doubt, man. I want to ask about another one of your teammates that has already come up a couple of times, Cam.
Yeah.
Would you say he's the unquestioned leader of this defense? Is that fair to say?
Yes.
I think so too.
Most definitely.
Why is that?
He's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, and he's not the fastest, but he's got the most heart of anyone I've ever seen. And everyone respects the crap out of him. Since he showed up here at Colorado a year and a half, well, almost 2 years ago now. Jeez.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm getting old. But he, us being in the same position, we've grinded together. I think it took a second for him to realize the kind of guy I am. He was a little like, something might be wrong with this kid. But it's I love Cam with my whole heart. I love everything about him. I love his family. I love his parents, his sister. And so, we grind together and we push each other so much. We were in lifting groups together, and we used to just, others couldn't keep up with us. So we would just push each other. And we've had to separate since then because he can't hang with me, but just kidding, he can. But we had to lead our own group. So, but yeah, he's most definitely he's the unquestionable leader, and we go as he goes. As far as he wants to go, we'll follow, and he's our voice. So yeah, he's a great leader.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like every one of your teammates you've talked about today so far, you said, I love that guy. It feels like that is a really strong feeling amongst this team about each other.
Yeah.
How do you think that came about, and how did that happen, especially for this season?
I didn't realize how big the team aspect is until really going through last season and now this season. Because last year, I'm sure you guys have heard, we were not together. Kids didn't care to know each other, and it's huge how much you like actually loving your teammates and caring for the person next to you and playing for them next to you is how it brings you guys together and makes you want to play hard. And I didn't ever realize how important that really was. So it's been a huge focus this offseason, was getting to know each other, and I've always found it super important to know where, obviously I know every single player's name, but where, know personal things about them, know what their life is like, where they transferred from, where they went to high school, where they grew up, all this kind of stuff. So, I think you guys probably heard about what Coach Prime did with the garbage cans at the tables in the cafeteria.
We know about
the phones?
Yeah, for the phones. Yeah, we have to put our phones in the garbage cans. I told Coach Prime, I was like, we were eating together one day. I was like, this is the best thing you've done since getting here. He was like, not the all the renovations. I was like, nah, the garbage cans in the middle of the table. Like, yeah, that's the best thing. And I think it probably surprised him with that one. But it's super important, the whole team camaraderie and how we've come together. So it's been so much more fun. Like last year, just it's like if you don't enjoy being around your teammates and want to be together, it's like it just gets long. So now it's so much better. So yeah, I love it.
I mean, you mentioned last year, but you've been at Colorado since 21, right? Mm-hmm. How would you even describe the last 3-4 years at Colorado? I mean, so much has happened, even just from 22 to now, even from last year to now.
Yeah. In terms of what aspect? Because there's a lot of different aspects.
Well, I mean, just like your journey, like the decision to come to Colorado, the decision to stay after, Coach Durrell and Sanford get let go, and then to stay again, last year when everything's going crazy again in the portal.
Shoot, I'll just start from square one. So I tore my meniscus in the state championship game my senior year of high school, and I wrestled and played baseball season on it, and then I did my whole freshman season at Colorado on a torn meniscus. And for those of you that don't know, I came as a receiver, so I was brought to Colorado as a receiver, and I played against Christian Gonzalez and Mekhi Blackman on scout team every day, two NFL starting corners, and I sucked. I was like, am I horrible? Like, I can't get open ever. And I was on, I was just at the end of that season, man. Like, and even during that bye week, I was like, I don't think I'm good enough to play here. So I was actually considering transferring down because I was like, I don't think I'm good enough to play here. But I ended up switching to safety, and I needed to do that. I got too much aggression. I'm not the pretty boy receiver. So so I think. Believe it or not, I almost quit freshman year. So it was fall of 2021, and I was gonna transfer down, and I decided not to. I decided to stick it out, and then playing safety, I ended up after that spring, my freshman year, I ended up getting my knee fixed, and which helped tremendously also. So then sophomore year, I played all 4 special teams, and that was tough because we were getting our butts kicked every game.
It was brutal, bro.
And so I was dang near crying after every game. I was like, this is so stupid. We look so dumb. Like, I hate losing more than anything in life. And so, like, there was a fight. And luckily, my 2 best friends, Jack Hysteria and Chase Penny, I don't know if you guys probably know who they are.
Yeah.
They were a blessing because, we all just stayed together through all of it. And, we had each other during that time, which was nice. But, they ended up leaving, which, it's worked out for them. But, so that was tough, and but I decided to stick it out. And last year, last season I was going through a lot of things that, quite frankly, I did to myself, and I'm the only person to blame for it. And I wasn't who I should have been. I wasn't right mentally. I wasn't a good teammate. I wasn't a good man. I wasn't a good son, sibling, friend. I wasn't good to anyone. And I think the Lord gave me a foot injury and told me, you're going to sit out the rest of the season if that's the kind of person you want to be. And so that was a fight, and I had to learn a lot of things after the season was done about who I wanted to be and moving forward, the kind of guy I wanted to be. And so I think that made me mature a lot up here, which I needed. And that in turn has brought me to, where I am now, which is back to being the person that I need to be, and the teammate that I need to be, and the leader that I need to be, and the smile on my face and having a good time and all that kind of stuff. And so it's been for me personally, my football journey, it's been a grind, especially as a walk-on. You go through some stuff mentally that you're like, I don't know if I could do this anymore. But I've stuck it out, and it's been nothing but a blessing. So I'm thankful for every step of the way.
That's awesome, man. You're a warrior.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but almost every time we've had a guest come here, we do a follow-up interview with them where it's like 21 quick questions. We always ask them, who's the funniest player on the team? And everyone either says you immediately, or after they say someone else, we go, everyone usually says Ben. And then they go, oh, yeah, of course, Ben.
I'm just an idiot, so I don't even got a good answer for that one. I just say what comes to mind, and my mind is weird, so I guess that's a good way to put it.
I love it.
So, but I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Whoever said that.
That's hilarious.
So.
Hey, shout out to you, man, for the perseverance, and shout out to you for the self-awareness, because a lot of people will be going down a wrong path and try to blame other people and, point the finger elsewhere. But, again, shout out to you for realizing that and, making the necessary changes, bro. That's what's up, for real.
It wasn't not a lot of self-awareness. It was my dad mostly. I would not be here today if it wasn't for my dad.
Shout out,
Pops. Also people coming alongside me. I've needed a lot of help.
We all do, bro.
I know, we do.
Takes a village.
My problem is, I'm smart and I got a lot of things, so I think I can figure everything out on my own, which you can't. Doesn't work. So I figured that out the hard way. But my dad. If it wasn't for my dad, I would not be here, and my mom too, my siblings, my sister's been I'm super close with my sister, and you know, I was at a super low point, and she happened to call right at that time, and it was by the grace of God, like it was just by chance. So you know, some stuff had fallen into place for good things to happen. So yeah, it's been good.
All happens for a reason.
Yes, sir. All right, let's take our next break and shout out our friends over at Breckenridge Brewery. The homies, come hang out with us here at the DNVR bar, or come out to our Buffs tailgates. Only 2 home games left. Come crush some Breck brews with us. Go to the Broncos tailgate, or just come hang out at the DNVR bar. You can use their beer locator to find a Breck brew wherever you are at www.breckbrew.com. You can check out their new West Coast style IPA. It's called the Ridge Runner. It's a double dry hop brew inspired by the untamed beauty of Colorado's trails and creates notes of bright citrus and pine. Again, beer locator at www.breckbrew.com to find a brew near you.
Also, if you want to come drink a Breck brew here tonight, I'm not leaving until we get 100,000 subscribers. So
subscribe to the channel.
I'll happily enjoy one with you. And then if you have any like questions of stories that we've said we weren't able to tell on here, I'll probably have just enough to tell you those stories. Also, shout out to our friends over at Sleeper. Right now, if you go to Sleeper and get in on the picks, you can get a $100 match on your first deposit with the code Buffs. Get over there, combine some, anytime touchdowns or more passing yards, whatever it may be. Have some fun with it. But remember to use that code Buffs when you sign up to get a $100 match on your first deposit over at Sleeper Picks. Jake, you missed the memo to wear like a loud graphic tee today.
Yeah, bro. What's to you?
I've got my Nate Landman shirt underneath.
Oh, let's see that. See, that would fit in perfectly.
Shout out to the Hammer.
Yes, sir.
The Hammer.
Who do you got on your shirt?
That's Connor.
That's the double champ right there.
Okay. See, all I can see is the ear. There you go. No, I see it now.
Yeah. Yep, the double champ right there, baby.
It's really funny because someone tweeted at me today and said, ask Ben if he has some Irish.
No, I got a good, I can talk like Connor the Good, though, like a good Irish man, but I am not Irish. I am, what am I? German and Swedish.
What is Finneseth? What origin is that?
German, I think.
Okay.
I can't remember which side of my family is which, to be honest with you. And it's either maybe Scandinavian. Oh, whatever. It's all the same area.
Speaking of your roots, growing up in Durango, Colorado, I feel like has to be quite different from playing on Coach Prime's Colorado Buffaloes.
Yeah, slightly, yeah. And believe it or not, I'm actually not. I only went to high school in Durango, so I was born in North Dakota. I'm probably the only person you guys even know from North Dakota. And then I grew up. I grew up most of my life in Minnesota, and then freshman year of high school, we moved to Durango. So
where in Minnesota you grew up?
Litchfield, like an hour west of the cities.
Okay.
Shout out Litchfield, man.
Got you.
Great place. The people there, amazing. I love all of them. But yeah, is it different? It's very different. It's but it's been good. So.
It's got to be cool though to like go from North Dakota and Minnesota and Durango. And then, be meeting guys from Mississippi and Georgia and Alabama and just the, the different types of people and, traditions and things that you get to experience being around those guys.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, there's been a lot of, we have a huge diversity on our team. And, we got Mata and then we got,
you got Yo-Yo from Austria.
Yeah, we got Yo-Yo from Austria, Egypt. He lived in a bunch of different places. And then
Mate, yeah, Mate. You're right.
Mate, Mate, Australia, mate. Living the kangaroos and stuff. And then Tristan Marois from Canada.
Wait, say
Canada,
again? Tristan what?
Marois. Yeah. Jesus of Nazareth, we call him. Because he's got the long flocks. Yeah, Tristan, he's a...
Wait, while we're on that.
Yes, I'm about to ask. Okay, Coach Prime throws out a lot of nicknames, right?
Yeah.
And...
this is good.
I just want to know who Johnny Appleseed is. Do you know who is that?
Johnny Appleseed?
No one knows.
No one knows. How does no one know?
Who's that?
I don't know.
When did he said it? Help me, give me some context.
I think it was in the context of special teams.
It was in some press conference, and I can't remember who he was talking about, but he's talking about, how I like to give all my players' nicknames, and he starts naming them. Mate, Mata, all these.
What's the one he has for Hawkins?
Poncherello.
Yeah.
I thought, is that not Johnny Appleseed? Who is Poncherello? I don't even know who. I just laugh when he says it.
I Googled it. I actually watched this because I Googled this and I was like, I understand why he calls him Poncherello.
Like, I had no idea who that is. He just called him that one day, but he gives the funniest nickname. I'd be dying.
Do you have one? Did he give you one?
Yeah. He did.
There's Poncherello.
Oh my goodness. That does look like him. Jeez. That's hilarious. I think it's Daniel. Oh, I forgot we can read this. Maybe it is Daniel Gerlach.
That's what I think too.
Oh my goodness, Johnny Appleseed. He could totally be Johnny Appleseed.
I hope it's him.
Oh,
bro, he had some legendary clips.
Oh, he got.
Did you see the one from this week that he had on Well Off? Bucky goes up to him and he had to change numbers because he was on kickoff or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, new number, same dog.
Dude, Daniel's hilarious. And he I don't even know how to explain it, to be honest with you. Like, he doesn't know that he's saying something funny, I feel like. Yeah. But it is because he's a ginger and just, I don't know why it's funny because he's Johnny Appleseed. But yeah, no, he's hilarious. I love Daniel. He has a lot of confidence too. So
let's go. Love it.
But yeah, he's a good dude.
I want to ask you about something. You were in the California Almonds commercial, right?
I was.
How was that?
Boss.
How did that whole thing go?
Oh, that was a lot of fun. I love the commercials. Coach Prime's had me be in all the commercials, so he's blessed me with that. To be honest, that's what made me even want to get into TV.
Really?
I was like, Coach, I know that they're paying us to do this, but I would do this for free. Like, this is so fun to me.
Yeah.
We did a pull-up contest and stuff, and I had to do so during the one scene. Charlie, he was doing pull-ups, and then he had to drop down and scoop almonds out of this almond dispenser, and I had to do pull-ups in the background, and he could not catch the almonds in his hand to save his life.
He's just making you do pull-ups.
Yes, and we had to do like 37 takes. I was like, gang, drop it one more time, and I'm gonna throw this kettlebell at you. He was like, bro, I can't catch him in my hand. I was like, figure it out, because my arms are dead. I just did 77 pull-ups. Look at my lats right now. I look like The Rock. But yeah, no, he so fun. I love those. But he could use some help with the almond dispenser.
What was it? He was trying to tturn the dispenser.
Yeah.
And he couldn't catch him.
He was, I don't know, he probably had buck fever on camera or something, but he was sitting there.
Scared.
Yeah, literally. He's sitting there twisting the thing, and all of the almonds are falling off the side of his hand.
Oh my God.
I was like, bro, and he was like, well, you try it. I was like, all right. So I did it and caught all of them. Maybe I got a bigger surface area on my hands, but
Y'all should have switched roles at that point.
That's
He
right,
should have
for
been
real.
back there.
I was like, at this point, let me do this, since he can't, but no, it was so much fun. And then, yes, behind the scenes is fun too. A lot of messing around. We have a lot of jokes, have some fun. So yeah, no, the commercials have been so fun. So it's been cool. So.
That's dope. Hey, Ben, I wanted to ask you about your defensive coordinator, right? We talked about guys on the team really love playing with each other, and it seems like this defense really loves playing for Robert Livingston. Why do you think that is? And, what's his impact been on this team, this defense?
Oh, my goodness. Coach Liv is a fantastic coach. I love him to death, and he's got a very different coaching style. It's every coach has their own coaching style, but going from Coach Kelly last season, who I also love, he was a great dude. He bought into me, and he wanted to get the best out of me too. And he had his veins would pop out of his forehead every practice, so you could hear him screaming from a mile away. But going from him to Coach Liv now, who's very you can't tell if he's mad or if he's happy or. It sometimes can be terrifying, but I love that he's just this, no matter what. It's because at the end of the day, at the end of the game, it's the fourth quarter and it's high intensity and there's a lot of emotion. He's just here. He ain't gonna change, and he's just gonna be who he is. And I know he's gonna call the plays to put us in a position to to be the most successful that we can be. And so he's a fantastic leader. That's what I've gotten the most out of him, is the way that he knows he's the big dog and he acts that way. And he's super humble, and he's a great man off the field as he is football coach. And but the biggest thing that sets him apart is just how he is as a leader and how he carries himself, and how focused he is on us. Like, he's never said anything bad about anyone. Never, it's always about accountability within him, and it's how can each player step up individually and do their part. And he's been nothing but a blessing to this program and to me especially. So yeah, I love him.
That's what's up.
So
you mentioned Charlie. Just, what is that bond like between you guys, the OBs, as Coach Prime calls you? You guys have been through a lot, and now you're getting to really reap the benefits and the rewards of this game of football.
Yeah, so believe it or not, me and Charlie were freshman year when we moved in. Before we get in the dorms, we used to be in Bear Creek Apartments, what they were called. So we were roommates in that apartment complex with two other guys, Ty Robinson, you guys probably remember Ty, and Eric Olson also. Yep. And so we were roommates for that summer, freshman year. So we our moms also worked together at Rose Medical Center. So we've pushed each other. We've held each other accountable. He's been the kind of the offensive walk-on, showing who you need to be in terms of a walk-on, and the kind of guy that you have to be on the field and in the classroom. And so he's been that offensive representation, and I've kind of been that defensive representation. And so we've pushed each other, and we've gone hand in hand, and we've climbed the ladder, and we've continued to hold each other accountable, and to bring the best out of the people around us too. And so I love Charlie. He's a fantastic dude. I love his family. They're great people, and I've been blessed to be around him and his family. So he's a dog, and he deserves every bit of that scholarship. So I was happy for him.
I feel like personality-wise, though, you guys are very different.
Very different. Very different. We most definitely are. He's much quieter than me, but I hold down the spectrum in terms of keeping the noise up. But he's that's the thing, is we got so many different cultures, and we all bond together well because we just accept each other for who they are, and you don't need to be anyone different. So yeah.
When that whole exodus happened, especially when Coach Prime got here, was there a moment where you guys looked around and you were like, wait, how many of us are left?
I remember the day after the spring game, my sophomore year. So Coach Prime's, the first spring that he was here. Yeah. And seeing everyone's Instagram posts of thank you, Buff Nation, thank you, Buff Nation, thank you, Boulder, thank you, shout out to the University of Colorado. I will be entering my name in the transfer portal. It was just one after another.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You too? You all you? Bye. It's it sucked, to be honest. It was rough, but at the end of the day, that's life, and people get new jobs, and a new boss comes in and wants a clean slate. That's life. So football is life. There's nothing you can do about it, and you wish the best of luck to all of them. I still love all those guys. I still have all their contacts, and we still are in contact and can talk to each other. So it sucked at first, but it's for the best. Everything happens for a reason. So it was good in turn. So yeah.
And you said you're really good friends with Chase, right?
Penry?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He's still at Boise State?
He is.
Do you guys been John back and forth at all about who's going to win the Heisman?
Oh, we do. Yeah. We FaceTime dang near every night, me, Jack, and Chase. And that conversation's come up a few times. Yeah, he talks about Barry Sanders' record, all this. So I'm like, what's his linebacker stats? Oh, he's like, bro, you can't even compare that. I'm like,
exactly.
That's the point. Exactly. That's why Trav deserves it. Yep. So it's unfortunate that Trav got hurt for those couple of games, because I feel like if he didn't, I feel like he would, definitely be the leader right now. Which, it's frustrating. That's part of why I play so hard, because I want to see him shoot. I want to tell people the rest of my life I played with the Heisman winner. Like, that's cool.
Sure.
So, it's I wish he, I hope he wins it. I wish the best for him. Genty's also a good player. But Trav deserves it. Let's be real. Like, you gotta.
He's generational, bro.
Yeah,
One of
you
one.
gotta play linebacker before you gotta say. Like, that's gonna be my opinion on it till I die. But he doesn't agree with that. So I'm like, all right, bro.
I've never thought of it that way, but you really are like. You're going to be like 55 one day, and there's going to be some people our age doing a podcast like this about the Buffs, and you're going to go on it, and they're going to be like, what was it like to play with Travis?
Yeah, for real.
No, so, super cool. He's, he works his butt off, and he's a great dude. I love Trav, and he's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, y'all probably seen that. He's so funny. But, he works his butt off, and he deserves every bit of what he's gotten. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hats off to him.
All right, let's take our final break. Get your questions in the chat, and we will ask Ben here shortly. Shout out to our friends at UC Health and the Ready, Set, Co Challenge. With Coach Prime as the Chief Motivation Officer, big emphasis on sleep. We're on bye. I am getting my sleep this weekend. That's for damn sure.
Yep.
How's your sleep been on the bye week?
Oh, my goodness. Well, it was Halloween last night, so horrible. But tonight might be horrible. But, that's what, at least we're hanging out as a team. So you give and take in each area. So tell me which one's more important. I don't know.
There you go.
Sleep when you're dead. That's my opinion.
Hell yeah. That's what I think as well. But don't sleep on sleep. Get it when you can. And be your best self, your healthiest self. Let's get Colorado back to its rightful place as the healthiest state in the country. If you want to join UC Health's Ready, Set, Co Challenge, click the link in the show notes or go to www.uchealth.org/readysetco.
Really quick, I have sad news for Carlton Webb in the comments, who asked, what time is the game tomorrow and what channel? No game tomorrow.
No game.
Actually, Ben, you guys have a game tomorrow.
Yeah, we got a scrimmage. Could you imagine we got a scrimmage tomorrow? Jeez.
Halloween is canceled.
Yeah.
No
right.
game.
Yeah.
But also, shout out to Toyota. The absolute GOATs. Make the best cars on the road, in my opinion. And I drive mine every day, and I love it. The features, the reliability, the consistency. You can't ask for more than what you get in a Toyota. I've driven lots of cars in my life, and now that I drive a Toyota, I will never go back. So, if you want a new Toyota, visit a Front Range Toyota store near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota and Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of CU Athletics and the official vehicle of DNVR.
All right, chat, it's your time.
Hey, real quick before we get to the chat questions, Ben, give me your top 3 favorite artists, bro. Who you listen to the most?
Oh, gosh.
Because I asked Colton this the other day.
Colton Hood?
Colton Hood. Go check out this story out on thednvr.com. But he told me NBA Youngboy was number 1. Rod Wave was number 2. And NBA Youngboy was number 3. I'm like, bro, ain't no way you
There you go, Munchen. There you go, Glazing. Like, come on, bro. Hey, here we go.
but give me your top 3, bro.
Do you guys know Julian Hammond, the basketball player?
Yeah.
I think he would say all 3 of his top 3 are NBA Youngboy. He came to the function last night as NBA Youngboy.
Wow.
I said, bro, come on, bro. Like, I love Julian. Julian's one of my best friends. He's hilarious. But my top 3, to be honest with you. So I don't really listen to rap, believe it or not,
cool.
in my own time.
Talking about believe it or not.
Yeah, believe it or not. We have White Boy Wednesday every few Wednesdays. So they play EDM for me.
Okay.
So I love house and EDM music. So that's what I like to listen to in my free time.
For sure.
So my top 3, jeez. We'll go Fred again at number 3. Number 2, Fisher. No, number 2, John Summit. And number 1, Fisher.
All right.
I don't know if you guys know any
Over
of them.
3
No,
I've never heard of any of those individuals.
Well, do you guys listen to country?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go top 3 for country then. Maybe you'll know these. Number 1, it gotta be Morgan Wallen.
I knew you would say that.
Yeah, I give that vibe. And then number 2.
I know he got a song with Dirk. Free Dirk.
He does.
I know about Morgan.
He does.
Morgan Wallen.
Gee, I don't even know who my number 2 and 3 would be.
Zach Bryan.
I don't listen to that much Zach Bryan, to be honest with you. I like Luke Bryan. I know he's he's kind of old now, low key.
Yep.
But
Fastest prime.
Jason Aldean? You like
Okay.
Jason Aldean? Kinda. I love Jason Aldean.
He's had his moments.
He has.
He's also
Yeah.
had some low moments.
Well,
Don't we all?
Those are don't we all exactly? But yeah, I got to go with those guys probably.
Bet.
I feel like that was an upset. I feel like everyone was expecting Ben to drop like Future.
I was
or,
for
like,
sure expecting
yeah.
to hear a Future.
Really? Nah,
A
it's,
Gunna or something.
For rap, it's definitely Young Boy. My alarm in the morning used to be it used to be In Control by Young Boy.
Hey, that song's tough. That'll get you turned up.
3D Dog by Young Boy. I used to wake up off that demon timing wise. But yeah, that's why I would do it. I'd wake up and want to go rip someone's head off. But yeah, no, I got sick of that real quick. So
Because I know y'all be having the DJ in the locker room a lot of the times. Like, is Young Boy probably the one artist that gets like the most reaction of everybody in the locker room? Like,
nah, it's Boosie.
Yeah,
okay.
Is that
Yeah.
the Texas
Okay.
guy?
Well,
Yeah,
that's
set
Big
it.
X the plug.
Set it
Oh,
off.
okay.
Yeah,
Boy, Boosie.
At least that's what turns me up. When they play "Set It Off," I be
Yeah, for sure.
I be turning up. Boy.
Say less.
But to be honest, if they play any song with a lot of like oomph to it, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn up before like pregame. Like I just be hype. Like that's just who I am. So.
So in the off season, we're gonna see you like at Red Rocks with like your face painted.
Oh yeah, no, not face. I don't do that. No, I don't do the whole glitter and all that. That ain't me. But yeah, some people do that. But nah, that's never been me. So.
All right, let's see what the chat's got.
All right, what's up, Marcus? He says, "Yo, fellas, it's Marcus from the 850 Florida's Gulf. Florida's Gulf. Can you make it bigger again, Alyssa, please? Sorry.
You need some glasses, bro.
Florida's
a lot.
Gulf
Thanks,
Coast. Enjoy you guys with Scott, the man. Also, can you ask Ben to speak on how he's grown as a player being under Coach Prime?
How I've grown as a player being under Coach Prime. Well, shoot, physically, number one. When I came into college, I was this height and 179 pounds. So I've put on a lot of weight. Obviously, that's a lot more to do with strength staff than Coach Prime. But that's been the biggest thing. So I hit the weight room really hard. And then mentally, I think just understanding situationally, that's been the biggest thing for me is, he understands the situation. He understands the heck out of the game. And so, yeah, understanding what's coming, what's coming based off of formations and, body language also. And I'm still figuring all that stuff out. Obviously, that doesn't happen overnight. So I'm constantly learning. But that and then, tech. I haven't learned a lot of technique from him. Obviously, it's different playing in the slot on tight ends and receivers or in slot receivers than it is outside. It's a lot more press. We don't really, we don't really press. So, but it's just in terms of the mental stability and control that you have to have as a DB. I think that's been the biggest thing. And another thing is, being the vocal leader as the safety. We control everything. We control the corners. We control the backers. And sometimes, depending on the front, we control the front. So, or at least the edges, the pass rushers. So, that's been the other biggest thing that I've learned from is, take control, own your defense, know that you are the leader and you have to, it goes as I go. So that's been another big thing.
Who's next? What's up, Eric? He's asking, what is something about Coach Prime people may not know?
Something about Coach Prime people may not know.
It's pretty out there.
He really is, yeah.
It'd be hard to find something that hasn't already been talked about on Well Off
Yeah.
or something like that.
Seriously. Shoot. He was number 37 for I think it was the
Ravens.
Falcons. It was
Baltimore.
the Ravens. Oh yeah,
Yep.
the Ravens. So he was the Falcons. What am I talking about? Obviously he's 21 for the Falcons. So he was number 37 for the Ravens, which I don't know, maybe
Do you know why?
a lot of people know that. No, I don't.
The reason was because he was 37 years old when he went to the Ravens, and he said he wanted the receivers to know they were getting strapped up by a 37-year-old.
See, I didn't even know that.
Bro, that's so. I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
that's
no.
so Deion Sanders. That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, that's true. That most definitely sounds like something he would say. So I think he would say. How old is he now?
I don't know.
55-ish? I don't know.
We'll just call him 41, so I don't get fired.
Double knuckles.
At 41, he could still strap people. I think he would say. But no, it's I got to go with that. I don't know. I'm sure I got other stuff. I just have to,
Jay asks, what are some unique foods from Minnesota and the Dakotas that you can enlighten us on with their deliciousness?
Oh, my goodness.
And what's the strangest thing you and your mom cooked together?
Oh,
Hey, you used to go to the Minnesota State Fair?
oh, my goodness, boy. Let's talk about the state fair. You
God.
been there?
Yes, bro.
Oh, my.
So the college I went to. Oh, my boy.
Yes.
Bro, the
Y'all
college
don't
I
know.
went to was like an hour and a half south of the Twin Cities in
Where'd you go to
Eau
school?
Claire, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I had a lot of friends from the Twin Cities and whatnot. So yeah, I was just there in August. I was literally telling them yesterday about bro these garlic cream cheese wontons I had at the state fair in August, bro. Ridiculous, bro.
What is the grandma's cookies? The big bucket. What is it called again?
Sweet Martha's, bro.
Sweet. Oh my goodness! If y'all have not, you got to do that.
If y'all need to put that on y'all bucket list. If y'all haven't been to Minnesota State Fair, do that. It's every like August around, like right before the season, like Labor Day around that time. Y'all got to do it.
Yeah, no, it's great, but that's not the best thing. The best thing is special K bars. Scotcheroos.
Oh yeah, Scott Church. I never heard him call it Special K bars.
Yeah,
but Scott
that's
sure.
certain people call them that. I'm a real one, so I call
something
that. But
you want to avoid at a party.
yeah, honestly, it does. But it's a Rice Krispie bar with peanut butter in it, and then chocolate and peanut butter over the top. Oh my goodness, it is the best dessert in the world. So that. God. And then what was it?
I went to the Wisconsin State Fair once.
Oh, that's Wisconsin.
Yes, I've been there before too, but yeah, it's not like Minnesota.
I hope this isn't problematic to say, but especially growing up in Boulder, I had at that time, especially because I was younger, I had never seen people that large in my life.
You're not
bro.
wrong
They
at all.
eat cheese curds in Wisconsin, bro. Add up, bro.
For real.
Well, the cheese curds are good too. Boy.
Facts.
Strangest thing me and my mom cooked together. Shoot, I don't know. She's made some questionable meals before. when we had to go through some diet and lifestyle changes, or she did, and we did it as a family. But when she was learning, she'd be the first to admit if she watches this, she's gonna laugh. But it's there's some things that I was like, Mom, I don't know about that one right there. But it's been a trial with that. So
this has been a big topic on the show this week. So what's your wildest food take?
Oh Lord.
Wildest food take? Eating raw octopus. Who eats live octopus?
Live?
Yeah.
I didn't know people were eating live.
You
Like,
haven't seen
I
that?
rock with calamari, like fried calamari, but like not live
squid.
octopus, nah.
Well,
Oh
squid,
yeah,
maybe.
all right, true.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
tricking. Yeah, my bad.
All right,
but that's
well,
similar.
I'll never understand. Like, what if it
Yeah, bro, I can't get jiggy with that either.
throat and you just die? Like that would suck.
I don't think that's a
crazy.
wild take.
Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe it's I just feel like that's weird.
It's hard to top the takes that you've thrown out this week, bro.
I mean,
Bro.
I've had some hot takes.
Favorite Halloween candy, Ben?
Oh, there
Oh,
you
yeah.
go.
I'm actually a chocolate guy. I'm not a candy guy. But
I like where this is trending.
jeez. Would you guys be mad if I said Twix or Milky Way?
Nah,
No.
No?
But
Okay.
by the way,
Twix
that is
is
a
fire.
combination of chocolate and caramel.
but Twix is fire. Like, yeah.
What are you-
Twix is fire. I'm not gonna lie,
Twix is
but
good.
bro, do you have any opinions on a Rolo, bro?
Oh my goodness, I forgot about Rolos. Rolos are gas.
Let's
bro.
go!
I love-
Bro, they were
I
trying to
love Rolos.
roast me for Rolos yesterday.
Who, they were?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, boy, what?
Dog, Rolos
Those
are
fire.
foul, bro.
Oh my goodness.
That's like
Oh,
the
how can you
last.
say
Going
that?
too far.
How can you say that?
going too far.
It's a Twix is the same thing with
It's
less
really-
good chocolate, less good caramel, and just
Bro,
crunch.
Twix got that crunch. Exactly, that crunch, that wafer adds a whole different dimension, bro. That just kind of offsets the. I don't know, like Rolo just kind of too soft. Like I don't know how to.
I love Rolos. It's kind of like eating crab for me. Like it's such a small thing, and you got to
Yeah.
undo the whole wrapper just for such a little.
That
like,
is true.
that part is like, are you
And
kidding
there's
me?
only like 8 in there.
yeah. Like, oh, you're talking about like the full.
Well, I'm
the-
talking about
the
just
cannon?
the roll. Yeah.
Yeah, the cannon. Yeah, I'm talking about like the solo
Just the
ones.
one solo.
Yeah, like those are that's too much work for me, but yeah, whatever.
Ivan wants to know what your favorite Fisher song is, Ben.
Favorite Fisher song? Jeez.
Who is that?
Take It Off right now. I think that's
his,
probably my favorite one right now.
his number one.
Take It
favorite
Off.
artist that you are.
Yeah, that was my number one artist right
Is that
now.
that's his last name?
What? Fisher? No, it's just his
I
name.
think that's just his
Yeah.
name,
Just
bro.
Fisher?
Yeah.
Just okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I don't know what his name is, to be honest with you. So
Uncle
like-
Kai. Uncle Kai asks, what did you say to yourself when Prime came in and told the guys to hit the portal? That famous team meeting.
Oh, that team meeting was absurd. Yeah, you want to know something funny about this? I told Coach Prime about this the other day. When he said, you know his tagline, "We come in."
Yeah.
When he said that in that meeting, and he said, "I'm coming," it took everything in my entire body not to burst out laughing. And I told Coach Prime the other day at dinner that I was like, I was almost kicked off that team that day. And
Can you imagine if Ben from the back just yelled, "Pause"?
Well, I wouldn't have said that. I was trying not to laugh. Like I was like, but yeah, that everyone, we walked out that team meeting and everyone was like, "Oh my, what are we gonna do? We're gonna." Like, I was like, bro, play football. Like,
period.
At the end of the day, we chase a ball around for our that. We play a game. Like, just have fun. Like, don't be worried. And that's what that was the mentality I took all spring. I knew I was like, I ain't going anywhere. I ain't going. I know I'm good here. So, and then it ended up rewarding me. So, yeah,
love it, man.
Go crazy.
Awesome. Naps a lot says, Ben, what would you tell recruits that are thinking about coming to Colorado?
You see the trajectory of where we're going, especially, well, if you play corner, that shouldn't even be a question. I mean, if you play DB in general, come. Like, that's just it's a very easy answer. And if you're a recruit at any other position, do you want to have fun? We have a lot of fun. Do you not see the people that come to our games and the hype around our program? It's if you are getting an offer from us, that is a tremendous accomplishment, and I do not see why you wouldn't want to take advantage of it. I mean, you see the view. If you haven't seen campus, then it's a beautiful campus, and we have literally the best staff in the country. And the best teammates. I'm on the team, so. And everyone else too, but no, it's not.
Best
just,
media podcast.
All jokes aside, we have an awesome team, and it's where else would you want to be? You see where we're trending, and we're continuing to go up. So you see what Coach Prime is doing, and the rest of the staff. So come be a part of something amazing. That's what I got to tell you.
How many years of eligibility do you have left?
I have one, but technically two, because. I played in the TCU and Nebraska game last season, and then I was hurt and out the rest of the season, so I could get the medical red shirt. You have to apply for it. I think that's how it works. Like, once your eligibility is done, but I don't know. We'll see. It's as of right now, it's just taking it day by day. I haven't overthought that, but yeah, one and technically two. So
cool.
Yeah.
Super chats we go. Josh says, Finneseth is my guy, local Colorado dude, Buffs fan for life. Appreciate you, Josh.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Josh.
What's up, Heaven's Demon? He says, hey, Ben, how's Coach Prime's white toes coming along?
The white toes? I haven't started on that.
What does this mean?
Yeah, I'm actually lost.
Okay, so I'm studying biomedical engineering, and I want to get into prosthetics. And, Coach Prime lost his toes. And so... the joke is that I told Coach Prime, I was like, I'll get you right, twin. Like, I'm gonna build you white toes though. And he thought it was hilarious. He thought it was the funniest thing in the world. So yeah, people, I have to build him white toes when he's when football's all said and done, and yeah, he's gonna look like a
bro. You play too much, bro.
I know.
I got you, twin.
Oh yeah, my bad. No, I didn't actually say that to him, but I should say that to him. I don't know what he would say. He'd be like, twin. But yeah, yeah. So that's what the joke is. So they're coming now. Yeah, they're coming.
Thank you, Heaven's Demon. Jermaine with the super chat says, Ben's YouTube page is amazing. Everyone should sub. What's your YouTube username or handle?
It's just Ben Finneseth. So if you want to just search my name, or it's in my Instagram bio if that's easier for you. There's a link you can click directly on it.
We'll put it in the description under this pod too.
Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thanks for the help. But yeah, it's just my name, Ben. I'm trying to convince Coach Prime to let me switch to number 10 since LeJohntay switched to number 1, because then Ben 10, like that's fantastic, and that could be a new thing that I'm trying to, good for the brand, that's good. So I might change my username if that ends up happening, but for now, just Ben Finneseth.
Let's go.
So, yeah.
Wait, real quick. Are you a Broncos fan?
Because I live here, yeah, but I'm a Vikings fan.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah. So that's where I grew up most of my life, so I have to be.
Are you a Riley Moss fan though?
Oh, I am a Riley Moss fan. Yeah, we were talking about him the other day. Yep. He's
balling too.
He is balling. He's doing a heck of a job.
Auntie K with the super chat says, Ben, we love you. We're proud of you. Hoping the Buffs go all the way to the championship and win it. What's your favorite Bible book, scripture, and why?
I love this question. Samson. That when I was a little kid, being in just church as a little kid, I thought it was super cool hearing about how he killed a bunch of people with a jawbone, and hearing about his strength and his hair. I always just thought that was a super cool story, and it's not like it's got a lot of deeper meaning to it. I just as a little kid I thought that was cool, and ever since that's been my favorite story, I guess. But yeah, I got to go with that. So
Let's go.
yeah.
Love it.
A Jazzy says, RK, I don't know how you didn't snap your pencil in half when Scotty and Jake call block bully Chidoze yesterday.
Chidoze.
Chidoze Wonkwell.
Don't act like you said it right when they're clearly saying you said it wrong.
Bro, I don't know, man. It doesn't matter.
He's about to say whatever.
Chuck Stevie with the super chat asks for your top 3 moments as a Buff.
Ooh, top 3 moments as a Buff. When we beat TCU last year, and I got back in the locker room, that was probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I mean, my phone. I mean, I've never seen that. I'm surprised it didn't blow up. I had so many notifications on there. I was like, oh my goodness. So that was really cool. And then after we got on the bus and I'm checking social media, seeing people pouring into the streets on the hill in Boulder. Like that was super cool. I was like, oh, this is cool. That was probably number 1.
You should see the video the way it looked downstairs.
Oh, it's
that
incredible.
day too.
Really? It was insane?
It was insane.
Yeah. No, that was a super cool moment. You know what? Let me change that. That's number 2. Number 1 was the season we went 1-11. We started out 0-5. Coach Durrell got fired. Coach Sanford comes in as the interim, and he actually called me into his office the next day, and was like, "Hey, I want to make you the captain for this game." And I started bawling, and I was so excited, and I was like, okay. I was slightly nervous, but I called my dad and was super excited. And obviously that first game was the Cal game.
Yep.
And we go into overtime, and I'm out there. I definitely jacked up the call. He was like, we wanted to defer. I was like, well, I don't know. I couldn't even spell defer right now. I'm so nervous. But yeah, no, I was. And so I got to do the coin toss for overtime and before the game, and so and then we ended up winning that game, obviously, and everyone stormed the field, and that was just that moment was a huge, pivotal moment for me in terms of knowing the impact that I can have not only on teammates but just people in general, and so that really helped me in terms of just knowing the kind of guy I need to be and the kind of teammate and the leader I need to be. So that was definitely my number 1. Number 3, probably when Coach Prime, it's a toss-up between winning this last game and knowing that we're going to a bowl game. But I feel like that's not, because, I feel like we can do so much more, and that's just a small thing that we've accomplished. So probably when Coach Prime was hired, I was like, I didn't know what I should do, but I was like, shoot, I got Deion Sanders as my head coach. Am I tripping right now? This got to be a dream, right? So, yeah, that's like when you hear something like that, it kind of blows your mind. So I was like, that was a huge pivotal moment for the program, and it was super cool to see. So yeah, that's got to be the next one.
That was a moment for us too.
Yeah, I'm sure it was for everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
Chubb says, tell us about your chiropractor.
oh, my chiropractor, Dr. Joel Allen. She's my youth group leader's mom. So my youth group leader, she played basketball at NC State, and she's a fantastic lady. If you guys don't have a church, go to Flatiron Church in, is it Westminster? I still get those towns mixed up. Superior, whichever one it's in. Anyway, somewhere over there.
Superior.
Yeah, east of Boulder. It's a huge church, and yeah, she's her daughter is the youth pastor there, so that's how I met her. And she works at a functional medicine clinic, which I don't know if you guys know what that is or not, but functional medicine is huge to me because of what my mom went through and what my family went through. So yeah, she's been a blessing, and if you don't have a chiropractor, she is fantastic. So if you are dealing with any sort of anything, go talk to her, and she's a fantastic lady. So Dr. Joe Ellen, and I can't remember the name of the clinic, but yeah, Dr. Joe Ellen's her name.
Hell yeah. Last one from PPMG TV says, how's it working with Coach Mo and the strength staff?
It's if you had asked me that this morning, I would have said horrible. We were pissed off at them. But yeah, 8:15 conditioning after Halloween is cruel. But yeah, I love those. I love our whole strength staff, especially Coach Mo and Coach Reyes. Coach Reyes is the scale guys.
Yeah.
He's so funny. He's hilarious. So I love him, and I got a super good relationship with both Coach Mo and Coach Reyes, and we work this. This ain't no. We gonna lift and we gonna run and we gonna push each other to get the best out of each other. So it's tough, but yeah, I love those guys, and they're always looking out for us. So yeah, they're the best.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it. I went by
Crushed
click,
it, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
We were talking before this, and you mentioned, your major is major.
Yep.
But you mentioned, potentially have an interest in doing this, and I think you absolutely could have a future.
I appreciate that.
If you
No
do
doubt.
end up going this way, just be you.
Facts.
For real.
For
That's my
real,
number
yeah.
one piece of advice, because
Okay.
your personality and, the energy that you bring is infectious.
Cool. I'll take all the advice I can get. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just don't know if I want to sit at a desk and, calculate a summation of, calculate integrals all day. So I just, I think TV and, talking to people would be way more fun. So, yeah.
You're
Thank
good
you
at it,
guys,
bro.
though.
Hell yeah.
Thank you guys.
Get that degree, one more year of football at least, and
Yep.
then that seat will be open for you.
Awesome. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. This has been so much fun.
Go follow Ben on plug your Instagram, YouTube, whatever you got to plug right now.
Instagram, Ben.Finneseth. Snapchat. I just got verified on Snapchat. Isn't that
Nice.
sweet? I was like, I woke up one day with the gold star. I was like, oh, this is sweet. So, yeah, I'm trying to, that's easy for me because it's like there's no editing. I just
Yeah.
walk around, say something stupid, and post it. And Ben.Finneseth is my Snapchat. Add that. My TikTok, I believe, is Ben.Finneseth. I think everything's Ben.Finneseth. It's either Ben.Finneseth or just Ben Finneseth or Ben_Finneseth. Just search my name on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. You'll find it.
There you go.
Twitter also.
Support Ben, support Nikhil Webb-Walker, go vote for Travis, all that good stuff.
Yes, vote for Travis. Support Nikhil. Nikhil needs it. He's a fighter, so he's going to be fine. But, yeah.
So,
And finally, I don't know what we're at exactly now, but go subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
If you haven't already, or else I'm going to be here all day, all night, and into tomorrow.
Yeah.
all right,
Get 'em
one
to it.
last one from Geek 600. Who are some of the most underrated receivers on the team you get to go against?
Ooh, underrated receivers on the team. I got to go with my boy Taggart Barden. He's from Durango.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he, I don't think you guys understand how far he's come. Like sophomore year of high school, he sucked, but that's not a diss because you usually see me in my sophomore year, you'd be like, this kid's horrific. So, but yeah, no, Taggart has come so far, and he works his butt off, and obviously we went to high school together. So, yeah, he could play. He's still developing. He's got to develop the mindset a little bit sometimes. But he's got a lot of physical abilities now that he's starting to figure out. But yeah, Taggart, and then Jordan Inovue. He, however you say his last name, he's one of my best friends. I can't even say his last name right still.
Onovu? Right?
I don't know.
Do you know?
It sounded right what you said.
thought it was
Ben, I'm not gonna lie.
Onovu.
What screws me up is Siri.
I think you're right.
Yeah, Siri screws me up, and hearing other people say
I
it
call
also
that boy
screws
Jordan
me
O.
up, so. Yeah, I just call him Jo or Jordan O. Yeah, but no, he plays hard. He runs his routes hard, and 50-50 balls are 75-25 balls to him, and he's battled some injuries, but he's a great dude. I love him to death, and he's good. He's gonna be a good player. He's still young, so he's gonna be good too. So yeah,
Right.
he's pretty underrated.
We got to get Ben out of here before more super chats keep rolling in. Enjoy the bye weekend. Enjoy Halloween weekend in Boulder. As my mom would have told me, be safe, be smart.
Yeah, shoot, that's the number one goal.
All right.
We'll see you guys Monday. Go Buffs.
Go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs. Thanks, y'all. Fire. That was fun.
Like the mayor.